on the edge of the chair, and we're taking the left heel and we're pressing it, and we're letting go. And we're pressing it, and we're letting go. And now we're pressing it, and we're letting go. And now we're pressing it without lifting, without moving the upper body. So it's pressing as if you're trying to accelerate the car with your heels without letting the upper body move. So you're gently pressing on the left foot, and now close your eyes and feel how high or where into the body that pressing of the foot shift the weight. What happens? Where does it go? Is it only in the heel?
No, the top of the leg.
Does it top of the leg?
Side.
Maybe it even goes into the hip bone. Maybe it goes all the way to the edge of the chair. Slide to the edge of the chair. Oh, not more. All the way to the edge of the chair. There you go. And now as you press the heel, allow the knee to come in a little bit and let go. Pressing not in towards the middle of the body, but in towards the pelvis, backwards. So you're shortening the leg. So you're pressing the heel and you're shortening the leg. See if you can do it without lifting the toes and having the feet. Okay, let's open your eyes for a minute and bring your feet so they are on the same distance from one another. And again, press the heel and shorten the leg into the hip. And then let go. And then you start all over again. You press the heel and you're shortening the leg into the hip. And you let go. You press the heel and you're shortening the leg into the hip. And let go. And press the heel and shortening the leg. And try to connect between the pressing and the shortening and the letting go. So it all is one movement. Maybe it becomes like a little bit of like an ellipse shape, going a little bit into the floor, up towards the hip and forward towards the knee. Into the floor on the heel, back into the hip and into the knee. And rest, and let's try the other side. We're pressing the heel into the floor and we're letting go. We're pressing the heel into the floor and we're letting go. We're pressing the heel 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 all the way forward on the chin. And pressing the heel and letting go. And how is this leg different from the others? Talk to yourself. Kind of try, see if you can figure out if it feels very different. And then as you press the heel down into the floor, also bring the knee closer to the hip. So you're sliding the leg into the hip socket. You press the heel and you slide the leg into the hip socket. You press the heel down and you slide the leg in. And you press the heel and you slide the leg in. And then you try to, maybe you can close your eyes and create a continuous movement of pressing the heel to the floor, getting into the hip and coming forward over to the knee. And then going back down to the heel, hip, and knee. Okay, and let it all go and look at your feet and see if they moved up somewhere in space and bring them again parallel, pretty much hip width apart, and put your hands on your knees, gently kind of, and we're gonna do one leg, and then when you come forward to the knee, the other leg would go back. So we are kind of riding on a bicycle, stationary bicycle. We're pressing the heel, we're not rotating the spine. We're rotating the spine, but we're not turning the torso. We're staying quiet on the torso, and we try to get the hip, the iliums, to do a bicycle. But they're doing bicycle, we're starting with pressing on the heel, coming up through the hip and into the knee. Pressing the knee back into the hip and into the knee. Heel, hip, knee. Heel, hip, and knee. Heel down, going back to the hip, going up. So we're separating the two iliums from one another, and we're doing bicycle. So let's just find this for a minute. Put your hands on your hips, Simon says. And again, it's not this, it's the hip, the hip, the hip, the hip, the hip without the heel.
If you see us doing the wrong thing, can you tell us?
I'm telling you by...
I wouldn't know.
Okay, I'm telling you by suggesting things. So...
Okay. So in other words, I don't know.
So you're going backwards now.
Is that the right way or the wrong way?
It's a possibility.
We'll go forward.
I was going forward, now I'm going backwards like you did.
Okay.
Try both. I mean, the more we know, the more we're aware. I mean, we started with the person that talked about the pain here, so I said this is weak. We anchored this side so she can feel this. So now we're going forward with the class.
Mm-hmm. You're doing the cha-cha-cha.
We're doing the cha-cha-cha, okay. You're gonna be in charge of the standing part.
Not really. I haven't done it in years.
Good, and rest. Same distance between the knees. Okay, now we're gonna go only forward and back. And feel how the pelvis is sliding forward and back on the chair.
Oh, it's a big chair.
It's a squeaky chair, and your knee is also doing this business. See if you can, the knee can go skiing. Yeah, there you go. I've never skied.
Win the prize for the squeaky chair.
So you're going side to side, only the legs. What happens to the torso is a result of what's happening in the legs. And rest the legs and do the torso. Not the arms, the torso. Good, and now slow it down. And slow it down even more. And stay over the left leg and allow the right leg to come out and the left leg to go in. And twist to the right leg, towards the right leg, and allow the left leg to go in and the right leg to go out. And slowly change. And when you go towards your right leg, the left leg goes forward and the right leg goes in. And change. Try not to work with the arms, not yet anyhow. Find it in the torso, find it in the rotation of the spine. Okay, now look at your legs and tell yourself, are they tilting or are they forward? So right now we're going to try to stay forward and forward and forward and forward. No hands, no elbows, if you can. So the hip is going forward and back. You need rest? Go ahead.
The back of the
Yeah, go ahead and rest for a minute. Go ahead and lean back for a minute. So we started with anchoring one side. Then we went into in and out. Then we started creating an ellipse shape from the digging into the floor, finding the anchoring of where we usually stand on, into the hip, which was another anchoring because we're sitting, forward into the knee. And we started creating an elliptical shape. Then we did the same thing on the other leg. Then we did it with both legs, right? And then we started rotating the spine over the stable hip. And then we started using the legs as we rotated. So now we're going to continue playing with that. So come sit up. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And let go the arms. And rotate towards your right with the left leg going forward. Your hands can be on your thighs. Now turn your head forward. Only the head. Only the head. Only the head. And now change the legs and the torso and don't move the head. Don't move the head. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. I'm so pretty. And change the torso and the legs and don't change the head. Keep on looking forward. Maybe there's a beautiful picture behind me.
There is.
All right, good. You don't have to look at me. And change. And change. Okay, I didn't say to move the hands. I said to rotate the spine. So this shoulder is going to be forward. And then this shoulder will be forward. And this shoulder will be forward. And this shoulder will be forward. And that's what we do when we walk. Keep the elbows quiet and keep your hands quiet. Don't walk with your hands, because when you start walking with your hands, you don't walk with your hip and your legs. Okay, so rest your arms and rotate and keep on shortening the legs and rotate the spine. Move the legs and the hip. There you go. You have to be on the edge of the chair. Ah, you're doing what kids that don't crawl do.
That doesn't surprise me.
Did you crawl
Did I crawl?
as a baby?
Yeah, but supposedly I walked very young, so maybe I didn't crawl, I don't know.
So there are most kids do this, right?
Uh-huh.
Hop.
Uh-huh.
But some kids go, I can't do it, up, on the same side. They don't cross. Kids that have difficulty with the dyslexia, with writing, we do a lot of cross movements to reteach that opposition. So what you do like this. You do both sides open. We're trying to cross.
I have a lot of spine issues, and I have a.
So do small. Do very, very, very small.
Yeah.
Small is good, because small, the less you do, it's actually the place where you're learning. It's not about Spanish dancing. We're not going to go at the end of the class doing Spanish dancing. It's finding that rotation, that's crossing between one side to the opposite on the second vertebra in the spine. There. Put your hands on your shoulders, all of us. Rest your elbows. And move your legs. Small. Okay, I see something that I want to, instead of going forward, I want to stay here for a minute. So, watch what I'm doing here. Can you see the effort on my butt?
Yep.
We're going to try to eliminate that effort. We're going to try to slide without the heels. Slide back and forward and have the butt relax, touching the chair the whole time. And sigh. And close your eyes. And try to relax into the bones, sliding in and out of the hole in the hip, in the ilium. It's called acetabulum. And see the bone gliding. Don't push it in and out. See if you can glide it in and out. Nothing happens in the shoulders necessarily. I mean, the spine is moving, but see if you can just focus on the bones of where the femur is, on the thigh. Gliding forward and back. Tiny little glide. And stop and rest your arms, put them in the lap. And now we're going to go even smaller. We're going to go into the top of the leg where the head is entering the center of the hip. And we're going to, right here inside the hip bone, we're going to glide. We're going to glide a little bit out and a little bit in, and we're going to focus on the synovial fluid that's in there. And we're gonna lubricate inside the hip. So no muscles anymore, just synovial fluid and bones. So rest your arms, close your eyes, and just a little bit out of the hole and a little bit into the hole. And if it gets a little creaky, then you bring in more synovial fluid, kind of a honey consistency. And you try to go deep inside your bones. And you may need to bring your feet a little bit more underneath your knees, so you have a little bit more support. You may want to work only with one side, depending on what you feel inside. Good. And rest. And keep the eyes shut and visualize that the end of the bone on the thigh entering that hole, the acetabulum. And now we're going to take the hip bone above it and we're going to roll it back as if we're going to lay down backwards on the chair. And then we're going to roll it back on the roundness of the end of the bone to sit up. And we're going to round the hip on the bone, on the head of the femur, and we're going to round the hip back up on top of that bone. But remember, we have a lot of fluid surrounding the bone, and the hip is gliding. So you're not going all the way back, you're just maybe part of the head of the femur, just to find the fluidity of being able to go back and to go up. And when is it when you go up that your legs are starting to engage, or your knees are starting to engage, or your feet are starting to engage to keep you up in 90 degrees? And where going back, it feels, that's home, that feels good. And start to know that place. And between the 90, where the feet and the legs are supporting you as much as the sitting bones, to rolling behind the head of the femur, where the sacrum is more at rest. See if you can find that place where the feet and the knees and the legs are helping you sit up to a place where you're not slouching, but you are behind the head of the femur. Yeah? Okay, when you're ready, open your eyes. You getting somewhere? Are you feeling it? Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's take the left leg in and out and rotate and put your hand on the back of the chair and come back. Again, let's go in and allow the leg to turn to the direction and put your leg on the back of the chair. And come back. And in and out and rotate, and maybe move the left leg to the corner of the chair and allow the left leg to fall in as well. And bring the left leg back to where it came from, and the right leg to where it came from. So we start parallel. We're going in, we're turning, we're allowing the leg to fall, we're turning, we're dragging the leg, we're coming to a corner, and the other side is rotating with it. And coming back. And again, going in and opening and dragging and rotating and allowing the other leg to go down. Putting your hand on the back of the chair and see if you can lift your hip a little bit and come back down. And come back. And we start in parallel. Going in, allowing the leg to go, starting to rotate, taking the leg, taking the other leg. Notice what you do with your head and your eyes. Is your face above your hand in the back?
Yes.
If it is above your hand, then press the hand into the chair and see if you can lift your hip off the chair and lower it down and come back. Easy enough?
Lifting.
So this hand is here, the head is over, and see if you can lift the hip off the chair
Oh, okay.
and come back. And again, leg goes in, no, nothing but the heels.
Okay.
And the leg goes in, turn out. We started the rotation. Everything is rotating, eyes, head, the other leg, hand. The head is over the hand, and see if you can lift your hip up. Good. And come back. Just as much as you can. And again, going in. No, don't jump stages. The body has innate intelligence. So if you, let's just like going in, start the rotation on one side, allow the spine to rotate, allow the other leg to rotate as well, allow the eyes and the head to rotate until they're above the hand, and then you can see if you can slide the hip out of the chair, and then come back.
I can't slide the hip up.
Okay. We're going to slide it down in a minute.
Uh-oh.
All right, and going in, and then out, and dragging the leg, and allowing this leg to drag too, putting the hand, the hand is on the chair.
Oh,
And this leg is strong,
okay.
and this hand is strong, and you are in between, and you're just, there you go. There you go. There you go. And then coming back. Let's do the other side. Find the center. Where are we starting? Pulling in, rotating, bringing the leg to the corner, bringing the other leg down, finding the rotation in the spine. When the head is over the hand that's in the corner, the hand is on the corner of the chair. No, this corner.
Oh, it's here,
On that corner.
on the back,
No, forward corner.
this,
This one, yeah.
okay.
So now you can press on this forward leg and get the hip off the floor. There you go. And coming back. You know, when somebody doesn't understand you, you raise your voice as if it works. Okay, and leg in, rotate the hip, move the leg, other leg comes in, put the hand, this leg is down, you're barely touching the chair, and your hip is up in the air. There you go. And roll back down. Good. Yeah, use both hands. And come back. And again. In, out, drag, rotate. Make sure that your nose is above your hand, that you have weight on the front leg that's now in the back, and you can get the hip. And coming back. And again. So we're starting in parallel. Okay. Good. Now instead of coming up, we're going to go down. So the only difference would be that instead of the back leg being on the toes, we're going to have the toes under. So in and turn and turn. And instead of being in a runner position, we're going to go under. So we are out of the chair and we can go down.
Uh-oh, no.
That won't work.
Just as much as you can. There you go. That's what happened a month ago.
Elvis is there again. He was there last month and he came again and he's going to be playing music again.
Yeah.
An Elvis impersonator. He's very good.
Oh, what is this for?
It's a happy hour.
It's a happy
Oh,
hour.
happy
Yeah.
hour is that, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna cut the class short.
Yeah.
But we'll try to go down. So leg in, turn, move the leg, rotate, lean, and instead of going up, we're gonna go down. There you go. So your head and your belly button are aligned, and now you can press forward and up a little bit and find the chair. Yeah. The land of the free. And in and turn and rotate. Let the leg go, the other one go. Turn the foot. And you have the hand on the chair and you can go either up, down or up. Okay?
You must be drinking. Happy hour, that's what it is.
Happy hour, yeah.
Well, I only get a cocktail.
All right, so that's the idea. So just to kind of summarize it, we started by finding the strength on the side that's weaker. The pain is because the side is not supporting. It's like two kids in the family, only one takes the garbage out. So this side needs to get into shape. It needs to participate. But then we took it into the motion of the pelvis and the motion of the spine to the opposition to be able to go either up or down. Okay? And the end was a little shortened, but I don't do music very well, so thank you.